Good morning, I'm Kathy Peterson and welcome to The Bouncing Act. Today on the show, a stylist to the stars tells us what's hot for fall fashions and how you can avoid those clingy situations. Plus, why you might want to think pink when you're looking for the perfect healthy drink. That and more today on The Bouncing Act. Well, we all love to get together, especially around the holidays with our family and friends, right, Maribel?
That's right, Kathy. And what could be more fun than to entertain your guests with the world's perfect party spirit? And here to help you provide that little zip in your next party is David Mandel, President and CEO of the Pink Spirits Company. David, thank you so much for joining us this morning. But before we get started, we want to let everyone at home or at a friend's party, maybe even wherever alcohol is served, everyone should please drink responsibly.
That's right, especially around the holidays. Don't drink and drive. Right?
Absolutely.
But let's talk about what Pink is.
Pink is the only vodka in the world that doesn't make you tired. It's infused with caffeine and guarana with no flavor, sugar, color, or carbs.
You mentioned caffeine and guarana is in the formula, but how safe is it, David?
Pink is completely safe. It's no different than having a cup of coffee followed by your drink, which is something that we all do. And it's not overly caffeinated. It's the equivalent of about a half a cup of coffee in a cocktail, just giving you a little bit of a boost.
So how did you come up with this concept for Pink Vodka?
We looked at what do we do every day? Well, maybe not every day, but we have a drink. Do we have a drink at brunch? We follow it with a cup of coffee. We have a drink at dinner, and we follow it with a cup of coffee. Rum and Coke, Kahlua. You know, we're trying to make a cocktail that doesn't make you tired.
All right, and you brought some ingredients to make some little cocktails. Let's get right to it because that pumpkin over there smells very good.
We have some great cocktails for the holidays to make. They're simple and they're easy. We're going to start with one right now called Pink Pumpkin Pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Very simple. So I started with pink vodka there. I'm going to put in some spiced rum and then 3 tablespoons of pumpkin pie mix, and you can get this right at your local grocery store, and it
smells
is
delicious.
easy.
Would have never thought to make a cocktail out of pumpkin
Right, you're making
pie.
a pumpkin pie, you just throw a little bit in your drink, and it's perfect.
Then we're going to put in a little bit of cream, some nutmeg and cinnamon, and then we're going to shake it up.
All right, there you go.
Shake that good and hard. Then we're going to strain this right into the glass.
Very nice.
Smells delicious already.
And the color's beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Great for the holidays.
Just like a pumpkin pie.
Absolutely wonderful. And I bet you're going to put a little whipped cream on there.
Absolutely. We're going to garnish it with a little bit of whipped cream. And there you go.
Smell that.
It does smell delicious. And David, you were mentioning guarana. A lot of people at home may not know this, but it increases your metabolism. It burns fat. Yes, we all
love
know
that. It burns fat.
Absolutely. It's an all-natural herbal stimulant. It's found in a berry that's from Brazil. It has this caffeine that's similar to the caffeine in coffee, but it's it's all natural, and it gives you a great boost.
That's why the celebrities love it. Stay skinny.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Okay,
Second
the next
drink here is called Pink Christmas.
Pink Christmas.
Again, we're going to start with about 1.5 ounces of pink vodka, and then we're going to put in white chocolate liqueur, which is really just wonderful stuff. And then again, our cream, about 1 ounce of that, and then a splash of hazelnut liqueur.
That's yummy. Sounds so good.
And a splash of raspberry liqueur, which is going to give it that nice little pink color, too.
And you're going to shake that up.
We're going to shake this up.
But, you know, again, I just really am so impressed with the look of this bottle, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's almost something you keep out on your counter all day.
That's right. And it is. It's a great showpiece. And there we go.
Have it in your bar. It looks very pretty.
And we're going to strain that.
David, you've done this a million times. I'm sure it's very easy for you, but I'm not a mixologist, so how easy?
And I'm not either. I'm not a bartender. And you see me making the drinks. They're simple. And there is the Christmas.
David, tell us where we can go to find out all these great recipes and more.
We can go to pinkspirits.com. We have the recipes. We have all about the company. And these great pink glow cups, which you can get. You really want to make your party fun.
End it with a bang.
That's
there
right.
you go.
Crack
I love
them.
that.
They glow.
Perfect.
Those are a blast. People love them.
The talk of the party, I am sure.
I love this.
And it goes with your blouse.
Yes, it does. Beautiful.
Thank you.
What a distinctive product you've got. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And it smells so good. Can I smell that again?
Let
me see. Just smell it, I promise.
That's
It's
right.
way too early.
Be sure and visit thebalancingact.com all through November and sign up for the Gift of Music giveaway. You could be one of the lucky 100 winners who will receive a Yamaha guitar or a keyboard. Take your pick and play. All right, Kathy, here's a scenario that I bet we have all dealt with at one time or another. You're walking down the street, you're feeling pretty good about yourself because it's a good hair day, it's a good makeup day, then you look down, not so good. You are fighting at that skirt because it's stubbornly clinging to your legs and you're hoping nobody sees you trying to pull it down. It's caused by static cling, which can really cause some of a woman's worst fashion nightmares.
And you know, Danielle, we've all been there.
We have.
Absolutely. But lucky for us, stylist to the stars, Annie Jagger, is in the studio today to give us tips on how to get rid of those clingy tops, those creepy crawly skirts, and a lot more. And she's also going to fill us in on some great fall fashion tips. Annie, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You guys have dealt with, a lot of the who's who in the fashion business and the celebrity business, and we're talking about, for you, people like, Jamie Foxx, Jessica Simpson, Amanda Bynes. Talk to me about some of the hottest fashion tips for the fall, because you've got to know it all.
I do. I have to research it all year round. But this fall, some of my favorite things are bright colors, knit hats, jewel tones, chunky sweaters, and the classic opaque black tights.
Ah, that's great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. You know, what also is interesting to me about you is you have to carry around a stylist kit that's like most people's, luggage when they're going on vacation for 2 weeks, because
it's enormous.
It's enormous because you really never know what you're going to encounter on a daily basis, right? Yes, and God forbid you don't have something.
It's got so many things in it. We're constantly adding new things that we might need because you never know what you're going to run into. But one of the most important things that I have in there is static guard, especially in the fall and winter months.
Right. Why is static guard such an important thing to have for you? And how do you use it on a lot of the items you have?
Well, aside from just like the static cling on a dress, which
is how we would normally use it. Sure.
You can spray it on the inside of a hat, for example, to avoid crazy flyaway hairs.
You mean called hat hair?
Yeah. Spray a little bit.
Yeah.
Throw it on your head. When you pull it off, you're not going to have nearly as many flyaway hairs. It helps solve that problem.
What are some other fall fashions where static guard can come in handy?
Well, I love the idea of it becoming a classic now, wearing the opaque black tights.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that as well.
With, a fun little dress in the fall before it's, before you're getting into too many heavy garments. I like to wear 2 pairs of tights because it makes them that much more opaque. It almost looks like a pair of black leggings. So what I like to do is spray a little static guard on the inside of the tights because it helps you get them on.
Get them on a little bit.
I know
it's hard enough getting on one hair,
exactly.
Right?
Imagine 2.
Can we spray it on our hair as well? Or
good question.
would we do that?
I would spray it on a brush, let it dry, and then you can run it through your hair.
And that'll help keep the static down.
Yeah,
great idea.
It will help with the flyaway hairs. It puts an end to that. It's kind of amazing. Yeah, I love it.
Who would have thought? So many uses for static guard.
Yeah, there's so many.
I have a question for you. I travel quite a bit. I see that that's actually purse size.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic.
Is it airport friendly?
It is. It's airport approved. You can throw it in your glove box. You can throw it in your purse. It's a great thing to have. Definitely when it's all dry on the plane, you can just walk off a mess. So it's great to just be able to spray a little on and you're good to go.
All right, so where can we go for more information if we're interested to know how many uses static guard has?
You can go to mystaticguard.com and you can see a whole slew of different tips that they have for around the house, fashion tips that I've actually written, and a number of different things.
mystaticguard.com. I've been there. I read your tips. I'm fascinated with what you offer. It's absolutely fantastic.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Great job, and we're so glad you were here today.
Worried about preserving your future assets? Then don't make withdrawals from IRAs or other qualified plans unless absolutely necessary. Replacing retirement dollars can be tough, and early withdrawals can be penalized. For more, go to NewYorkLife.com and click on Consult an Agent.
Well, we are using the internet more and more these days, and with the current economy, saving money is a priority. Now, with any great tool like the internet, it can be abused. And so today we're going to tell you how you can buy flowers direct using a floral network, which verifies and connects you with local florists, which then saves you money and provides you with better value and service to boot. With more on this is Brock Atwell, president of flowershopnetwork.com. Hi, Brock.
Hey, Danielle.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
It's good to be here.
You know, people do it every day, all day long, but why do people like to send flowers so much?
Well, flowers are a great way to let loved ones know that you're thinking of them, whether it's a funeral, get well, congratulations, and of course, I love you. You know, phone calls, emails, letters, those things are great, but nothing gets the point across quite like flowers.
So in light of all of that, then how did you come up with the concept for flowershopnetwork.com?
Well, my wife and I, back in the 90s, owned a flower shop, and she'd been in the floral industry for years. About that time, of course, the internet was really taking off, and we noticed that the way people were buying flowers was really changing. You know, the internet's a great thing, but unfortunately, you know, there's businesses out there that pose as a local florist, when in reality, they may be a call center that's 1,000 miles away.
What kinds of questions should you ask your local florist? Because a lot of people who buy flowers don't necessarily know what they need, what they want. They just know they want something pretty.
Right. Well, we've already discussed that, you know, what the items are, you know, what's available. You know, another important thing to ask about is delivery times.
So I'm looking at these beautiful flowers here, Brock, because they're absolutely stunning. Now, these came from a local florist in the area, right?
Yes, that's correct. You know, I just went to Flower Shop Network and found a florist there in the area, and it was Petal Designs, and I called Dan, and I think he did a fantastic job of arranging those, don't you?
Absolutely did. Those roses, I have to tell you, are absolutely beautiful. The lilies as well. And is there a website for this awesome network? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people out there now who are like, okay, I need to use this.
Absolutely. Our website is flowershopnetwork.com. You simply go to it and put in the city and state that you're wanting to send flowers, and we provide a listing with the phone number, and also for those that like to shop at home, there's a link where if the florist has their own website, you can go directly to them. We take the guesswork out of it and verify that it is a true local florist.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you have done great here today. We appreciate you being with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Did you forget to set your recorder to catch a story that you really wanted to see? Well, we've got you covered. Log on to thebouncingAct.com and you won't miss a thing. A recent study by Michael's Arts and Crafts Stores found that 58% of people surveyed were more likely to make gifts this year versus last year due to the tight economy. In addition, the Craft and Hobby Association, of which I'm a proud member of, estimates that some 42 million U.S. households will create their own handcrafted gifts and holiday decor this season. Today, I'm going to get to show you how you can create your own handmade gifts and decor by crafting, one of my favorite hobbies. So I like to create my own gift wrapping and my own gift bags. And this is really easy to do because Ready to Learn has come up with these fabulous little stamps that are very easy, great for little hands, make a great gift. The whole family can join in. And you just simply daub it onto this ink pad, which is nice and big, and stamp it on to your surface. But here's a great little holiday project that you can make for somebody that's really special to you. It's a little scrapbook, and believe it or not, it's only made out of sandwich bags, paper sandwich bags. And I really love the way that you can customize this with family photos and trinkets and little inserts and all kinds of little fun things. Okay, so if you want to get more decorative with your holiday decor, you can create items like a table runner. Now this table runner looks like it was pretty hard to make, but it actually wasn't. It's nothing more than vinyl fabric. And this is tape. This is actually decorative packing tape that's by Fancy That. And you just simply cut the fabric to the length and size that you want, add the tape on there. It's just really, really easy. You can also make cards. You can make little place cards. You can make little gift bags. And then if you really want to go green, you can take and cut a toilet paper roll in half and put the tape on it to create a napkin ring. And then, you know, maybe the kids can maybe make little votive gifts as well. I think these are really, really special and easy to make. Okay, Creativity Inc., also known as Blue Moon Beads and also known as Manor House, has created these fabulous necklaces and jewelry pieces. Now, you better sit down for this one because if you were to buy the original pieces that we found in fashion magazines, these are replicas that we've made up, this one would run for $800 retail. This one, $7,000 retail, yeah, $7,000. And this one, Sarah Jessica Parker wore. So these are all beautiful, but believe it or not, you can make these for anywhere from $20 to $30. Now you're going to get, when you get started with beading, make sure you've got the right kind of tools. You want a wire cutter and a needle nose pliers. And then you're going to want to have cording or wire and chains and findings and beads, all kinds of fun things here. And you can get sterling silver beads and real crystal beads also at the stores. Okay, if you're a scrapbooking fan like I am, this is the latest trend. It's called cookbooking. I love this idea. Now you can create and publish your own. It's very, very sentimental. It's very, very cute. You put your recipes in here, pass it down to generation to generation. Here's a family recipe from Grandma, and you put a picture in there as well. Now, I found all these great ideas at craftplace.org, which has a store locator to find materials that you need at a store near you. And you can go there to download your directions, shop for all your materials, and really, really get crafty. Well, that's all we have time for. See you next time, and don't forget to really get creative this holiday season.
Here's a tip from HomeWatch Caregivers. One of the biggest fears of the elderly is the loss of their independence. Create a safe environment for your parents to be honest with you. Talk with a home care professional at www.homewatchcaregivers.com about the options for your parents staying home and maintaining their independence.
Be sure and visit thebalancingact.com all through November and sign up for the Gift of Music giveaway. You could be one of the lucky 100 winners who will receive a Yamaha guitar or a keyboard. Take your pick and play. Well, here is a statistic that I really find very alarming. Listen to this. Nearly 11 million non-institutionalized older people live by themselves. Also, home care providers are not brought in for help until it's too late. For example, they've fallen or their medications have been mismanaged, resulting in an unplanned hospital stay. Here to talk with us about the crucial role of a caregiver is Leanne Reynolds, president of HomeWatch Caregivers. Leanne, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You know, it is such an emotional thing to be a child whose parents have always taken care of you, to now finding those roles reversed where you are now taking care of your elderly parent. Talk to me about what kinds of services you offer.
Well, certainly home care is really designed to kind of care for sort of the physical and emotional aspects of a client and their family. You know, services kind of center around companionship services where we might be doing light housekeeping, meal preparation, transportation assistance, but also some personal care services where you might be helping somebody bathe, groom, get dressed, and so forth. What's really important and what's designed to do is to really provide assistance with those physical services, but really provide that family with a peace of mind that somebody's taking care of them.
You know, and we just talked at the top a little bit about the emotional aspect of it, and I know for a lot of viewers out there who are dealing with this, it really is hard for a child to take care of a parent because you've got things like toileting, you've got things like making sure medications are dispensed on time, you've got things like cleaning gastrointestinal tubes. That must be just so difficult for a child to do this for their parent.
Well, and that's really what we really want to do is provide some assistance in that arena. We really want sons and daughters to be the sons and daughters and restore that relationship with their parents. So we're really encouraging them to provide or buy home care services because we can provide that assistance.
What is your screening process?
HomeWatch Caregivers has actually been in business for 28 years, and one of the founding principles of the company that my father started was really bringing in good caregivers. We support them, we train them, we educate them, and part of that is certainly also making sure that we do a background check process on them. Do they have good character? Do they have good care expertise? And what does that background check say about that individual?
And you don't just offer services for the elderly.
That is correct. We certainly work with people of all ages. Our goal is to be the premier provider of home care services to anybody who might need our services. So certainly we see a lot of folks who might be recovering or rehabilitating from surgeries or an unplanned hospital stay. Many of them are non-compliant when they get released from the hospital, so they get readmitted because they haven't followed their medication regime or their physical exercises they're supposed to do. So we can really be brought in to make sure that that patient really stays in compliance.
And getting back to the elderly here for a moment, if we could, statistically we know that the majority of children, adult children, don't live near their parents. And so how do you alleviate their concerns? And really, what is the process in terms of handling those kinds of cases?
Well, certainly, you know, they say there's about 68% of adult children do not live in the same community as their parents. So at HomeWatch Caregivers, we really believe in what we call the client coordination process. That's making sure we stay on top of any medication changes, any changes in behavior or physical conditions of families, and we want to communicate that out out to their loved ones, whether their loved ones are in that community that they live in or they are remote, which most of the time they are.
What other kinds of services do you offer clients?
We're very excited about an Alzheimer's program we have called Pathways to Memory. It's a custom designed program really to work with folks who are facing memory problems and trying to help them restore some pathways to memories they might have.
And Leanne, where can we go for more information?
HomeWatchCaregivers.com.
All right. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning on The Balancing Act and really sharing this vital information that can make the lives of a lot of children caring for elderly parents a little better.
Absolutely.
Thanks
We're here to
again.
help. Thank you.
Times are tough, but don't let your insurance coverages lapse. Remember, women traditionally live longer and have less Social Security income. So ask your agent about guaranteed income for life. To create a plan that protects you, go to NewYorkLife.com and click on Consult an Agent.
Thanks for joining us on The Balancing Act. We hope today's show helped you put your most fashionable foot forward and start your day balanced in every way. I'm Kathy Peterson. See you next time.